Get him out of here. He's a lowlife. That's how it would be in real life. They do that in communist countries. That's what I'm going to talk about. My man told me that.
Wait, what? They do that? What kind of company?
Communist.
Oh, countries. Okay.
Get him out of here. They do that quick. They decide this motherfucker he can't act good yet. Send him to the army.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
Yeah. They threaten us. I used to think that was the way of them threatening as little kids.
Yeah, like letting us know your ass could be in anything,
You
motherfucker.
could be in a concentration camp. You ain't good in school. They subject to see your ass in any fucking way.
What up, fam? What up, fam? This video is sponsored by my man Joshua Gant. He asked me to speak on lowlifes in the police force. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot my cash up there just in case you wanna throw a little blessing, as the pastor say. A blessing on my reefer, a blessing on my light bill, a blessing on whatever you want to put a blessing on. But you know, he wanted me to speak on lowlifes in the police force, but I'm gonna just speak on lowlifes in general, and I'm gonna tap on lowlifes in the police force. And when I say lowlifes, I don't want you to take it the wrong way, but I want you to take it for what it's worth. Lowlife. Certain standards of life are just low life living. You know, when you have babies and don't care, can you support them? That's some low life stuff. When you make babies and don't care if you can support them, that's low life stuff. When you don't have no clue how you're going to feed yourself and you make a baby, that's a low life mentality. Low life doesn't have a lot to do with poverty, but poor people tend to be low lives. Again, I'm not saying that low lifeness is caused by poverty. I'm not saying that at all. I'm actually saying poverty don't cause low lifeness, but it's a part of low lifeness. Because when you got a low life, you're going to be poor. Now, some people are born into money and have low lives, but we're going to get into that. But to suffice what the brother wanted me to speak on, he wanted me to speak on low lives and the police force. So I'm going to speak on the low life mentality of blacks first, and then I'm going to get into some specific instances that people might be a little mad at me or a little upset about me. But the brother asked me to do a job. He paid me, and I'm going to do the job that the brother asked me to do. I'm going to speak my mind on how I feel about the situation. The brother paid me to speak on it because for whatever reason, he thinks my opinion is valuable, or the brother think I might be able to say it in a way in which he can't say it, or he may just want to, I don't know. But I'm going to say it with as least cursing as possible because it's a sensitive issue. First of all, everything associated with good and civil and kind, the black media has already ushered us into thinking that's bad. Civil service. Civil service. Who is a civil service agent? What's civil service? That's people like cops, firemen, judges, DAs, magistrates, jailers, anything like that, which is really the only level of power that black folks will ever get to see. We discourage our people from getting it. You hear that, Lynn? First of all, watch this. Everything that has to do with power and authority, black people discourage our people from wanting to be involved with it. Don't be a cop. Cop is the first and only level of authority that you get to speak to as a black man. That's why the cop tell you, you got the right to remain silent, because from here on out, you ain't gonna get to talk no more. Because when you get to court, you're gonna have a lawyer. And you ain't gonna get to talk to the judge. So from here on out, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. That's the first level of power and authority in life, the police. For some reason, why don't we respect the first level of authority and power? You can't come out and just say, fuck the police, because you don't want to be the police. There was a time when black folks were saying, hey, Can we be the police? We are so tired of white folks beating us, hanging us, robbing us, taking our money, beating the shit out of us, chasing us home. Please, black folks marched and died to be the police. Black folks didn't march and die to vote. That's some king got. Niggas won't think about that shit. Black folks marched and died. Black folks wanted to be the police so bad. If we could just be the police in our own neighborhood, if we could just become the district attorney in our own community, if we just could become the magistrate in our own community, wow, if we could become a judge in our own community, my God, everything that seems like authority, black folks shy away from. Now, some of it is because of the media. Some of it because we lazy. The title of the video is Lowlife Can, but they ain't. I want to make it rhyme. It ain't that you can't, you ain't. See, a lowlife ain't gonna do something. See, when I was growing up as a child, I did the things that regular children did. Regular children like balls, bats, regular life children. See, there's a class. See, when we get into the underworld, you already a lowlife. See, when I was a child, I like balls, bats, throwing rocks, fishing, hunting, shit that all children like. Now, when you get on the low life level, you like robberies, drugs, gang banging. You like that. So when I was playing football, there were low lives in my communities that these were their words. I played sports with these kids when we was little in the sandbox, and then they said this: I ain't running behind no goddamn ball. And that was almost a joke. I ain't running behind no goddamn ball. Not that you couldn't run behind a ball. Not that I ain't flipping no goddamn burgers. Not that you couldn't flip a burger. Everything is what I ain't gonna do. A low-life motherfucker is the nigga that's gonna say what he ain't gonna do, because you gotta have a low life to say what you ain't gonna do. See, when you saying what you ain't gonna do, you really flipping the board saying what you will do. See, me, I ain't gonna say what I ain't gonna do, because I ain't finna go out and rob nobody for no money and no food. I ain't finna go out and steal and endanger nobody and take nobody else shit. See, anybody say what they ain't gonna do for money is really saying what they will do for money. I ain't gonna work here. I ain't gonna do that. Oh, so you gonna rob and steal. I ain't gonna do that. Oh, so you gonna do illegal activities. You already in the low life category. But let's talk. The low-life person always got a reason for their life not to be low. Hey, low-life shit is low-life shit. Now, to suffice the object of the video, the brother paid me to speak about low-lifes and the police force. I'm going to get into it. Kiana Taylor, low-life. Low-life to the core. And this is what black people do. You ever notice the way the media works? You got your black media and you got your white media. You got your black news reporters and you got your black white news reporters. You got your black name. A rapper is a news reporter. And a rapper can choose to report the news any way he can. But rappers always choose to report the news in one way. In the very same way, a news reporter is going to report the news in one way. Black man got shot. He had this many criminal records. Black man got shot by the police. He did this crime. Rapper reporting the news in our community. I got the crack rock. I'm going to do this. I kill, steal, fight, destroy. I got more bitches than you and my crew. Matter of fact, we tougher than you and we'll shoot it out. It's media. It's medium. It taps into your spirit, into the thing that makes you breathe, your subconscious, your soul, as they call it. See, when I was a kid, I saw doping, gang banging, killing, robbing, and stealing, but it just won't in me. Low life shit. When I was a kid, they had this thing called Traces of Death came out. One called Traces of Death, one called Faces of Death. I remember when my friend got a hold of that video, he said, hey man, we gonna all smoke us some reefer and we gonna watch this VCR tape. And soon as he put it in, a motherfucker stuck a gun in his mouth and blew his own head off. I said, hey, I don't wanna see that. That's low life shit. So you finna watch a tape of all deaths? That's low life. And my friends that looked at it went to prison. I swear to God on Jesus Christ's holy and precious name, my mama dead in the motherfucking ground. All of us that sat in that room, and when they pulled that tape out, I'm the only one that said, I don't want to look at this shit, and every last one of my niggas went to prison. And I can call their motherfucking names out. They my Facebook friends if you think I'm lying. You riding down the road, it's called rubbernecking. It's an accident. Motherfucking car that flipped over. You hear the news reporter say, you got some traffic delays on I-40 East, accident at exit 200, a lot of rubbernecking going on, so traffic is backed up to exit 280. That means niggas is riding past the car wreck saying, let me see if the motherfucker flipped out of the car dead as they bleeding on the concrete. That's that low life mindset. See, when your mind is attracted, I don't watch people sprain their ankles. It drives me crazy. To see a basketball player fall and sprain their ankle, I played ball. I know how that feels. I don't want to watch low life shit. I don't want to be involved in low life shit. I don't want to be affiliated with low life shit. Now listen. So the same way black people report shit, white folks report shit. Black man was trying to break up a fight between two women. Police rolled up on him, shot him in the back. He was with his kids. Shot him 7 times. That's just what we saw on the tape. He trying to stop 2 black women from fighting. Sounded like some goddamn bullshit to me. Come to find out, this nigga then went over his chick house, fingered her, sexually assaulted her, stole her goddamn car keys. She then took out a restraining order against the nigga. The police called. It said on the 911 tape, this guy has a restraining order against him. He over here fucking with them gals. Police pull up. What do he do? Now, I hear a lot of low-life mindseted black people. And black people, regular black people have adopted a low-life mindset. I seen one of my homeboys, he's a college-educated man, master's degree, got 2 sons, plenty of money, doing great in life. He says to me, just because that man walked off and went in his car don't mean he had to be shot. I said, what do you tell your sons about dealing with the police? He got quiet. I said, will you tell your sons to walk off from the cops and reach in their car? He said, no. I said, well, that's some low-life shit you're talking. I remember my wife told me, she said, I'm a little nervous sometime because my door got kicked in. You used to date a dope boy. That's what happens. When you date dope boys, your door get kicked in. You get kidnapped. You get held for hostage. You get robbed. The police arrest you. They kick your door in. That's what happened to Breonna Taylor. And we keep embarrassing ourselves, jumping the gun, because we looking for something to blame the police about. looking. Making ourselves look crazy and foolish every time. Every time. Now we always, don't you understand, black folks? Grandma used to say, don't give them crackers no reason. You take George Floyd, for example. Obviously they killed that man. But you got fentanyl in the system. That's all they need. My man said, I met you last September on a JetBlue flight. That's what all the flights I like to fly is JetBlue, brother. Because JetBlue got space. For some reason, JetBlue got space. And they, what's up, fam? You already know it there. What I'm trying to say, we as black people have to understand, this is their thing. And it's, and our celebrities help us push these things. And it's making our celebrities look bad. Listen, y'all, first of all, it's a low-life mentality to want LeBron James to speak up for you anyway. It's a low-life mentality to run to your stars and your celebrities for solutions anyway. I'll give you a perfect example. Black folks say, and I've been saying it a long time, there's a war going on between black men and black women. And it's based on media celebrities. Carmelo Anthony cheat on Lala. Black men ain't shit. Black woman on the internet run over her goddamn husband and hit him with the bumper. Black women ain't shit and violent. This is the thing. They've been watching this woman for years. See, back in the day, Martin Luther King just ain't jump on the goddamn bus. There was a girl, I forget her name. What's her name, man? She said, fuck that back of the bus shit, way about 6 months before Rosa Parks did.
Oh yeah, I don't remember her name.
But she was a teenage baby, had a baby as a teenager, and she smoked cigarettes. The NAACP said, we ain't getting behind this gal. She's a teenage mom and smokes cigarettes. Then they said, well, let's set it up with Rosa Parks because her record was impeccable. See, sometimes you have to tell folks, black people, I don't understand we hierarchy. Sometimes you have to tell folks, hey man, you already got 2 charges. Stay this one out. Stay at home on this one. We protecting you, brother. You got 2 charges, stay at home. Sometimes you have to say, you ain't got no charges. You can take the gun charges. We've been doing this forever. We don't know when and where to let a motherfucker stay home or let a motherfucker go. Or when to move. Because everything we move on a low life mentality. Now, let's get into the low life. What do you mean, Javon? We're going to talk some metaphysics, which is unreal. We're going to talk some crown chakras and some sacral chakras, you know, your sacrum joint. We're going to talk what they say that lowest thing. Now, let me explain to you. That lower chakra, that low life shit, that's the shit when you hear the bass. Boom, 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 boom. That's why your ass shake to the bass. Boom, boom. That's a lower frequency. The same way you hear music and sounds on frequencies, people speak on frequencies, levels. You understand? When I turn my radio station to 97.5, that's 97.5 frequency. In this range, Because 97.5 here ain't the same frequency as 97.5 in New York. So that lower chakra, that lower, boom, 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 that make you move your lower. That's why a low-life motherfucker go out here and just move with his dick. Move with their wet-ass pussy. Oh, yeah, I got 3 kids. Yeah, I got 4 kids. I'm moving on my low life. Boom, boom. I'm moving with this. That I ain't thinking about nothing but my emotions and how I feel. And that's that low life shit. I ain't gonna do nothing about how you feel. I ain't flipping no burgers. So we know you're thinking with a low life, a lower frequency, because you saying I ain't flipping no burgers, and I'm saying I ain't going to jail high no dope. You looking at flipping burgers as a bad thing. That's a regular fucking legal job, low life mind. I ain't gonna chase no ball. That's a legal sport, nigga. I ain't gonna, nigga. A low life. That's why when you listen to music that's got some meaning to it, you listen to some Nas, you don't be dancing all around. Boom, 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 boom. You sit there and you listen to Nas with your highest chakra, your mind chakra, your crown chakra, and you affirm Nas. Yeah, Street Dreams. Yeah, J. Cole. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, I like what you're saying. Yeah, fucking LL, whoever the fuck, I like Rakim, I like what you're saying. I agree with you. I'm affirming that. Yeah, Black Thought, I'm with you. But then when you hear some other music, all you do is say, bum, 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 bum. Because your mind don't affirm that. You just going with what you feel. Now, I use that to show the example. More people are going to go with how they feel. We see that in the music industry. We got a lot of bum, bum, just shake your ass, don't mean nothing music. We don't have a lot of affirmation, higher chakra, crown chakra music. In the very same way, we got a lot of quick to motherfucking, yeah, how I feel, the media, the police, the everything else. While I'm sitting back saying, a nigga was breaking up a fight between 2 women and they killed him? Let me higher chakra this. Let me think, let me not, yo, we running up, let me not lower chakra. Nigga, I'm finna grab my nuts, I don't give a fuck. We running down to the police station and we gonna boycott right now. See, that's that lower chakra shit. Nigga, man up, grab your motherfucking nuts. It's time to go. It's time to do it now. That's that lower chakra shit. Low life mentality. The lowest level of thinking. It's easy to fuck. It's harder to maintain relationships. It takes some mind and some affirming and alignment to have relationships. It's easy to fuck. Low life shit is always the easiest shit you can do. That's why shit that take going to college is frowned upon. You want some power in the black community? First level of authority and power, police force. You ain't got to listen to your teacher. And you ain't got to listen to your principal or your Sunday school superintendent. But you gon' listen to the motherfucking police. You gon' listen to the magistrate. You gon' listen to the DA. And you gon' listen to the judge. Seem like as black people, we would try to infiltrate these systems. Everybody black, we said be a lawyer. Nobody said, no, don't be a district attorney, a judge, or a magistrate. Listen, black people, what I've been trying to tell y'all forever is, we don't have racist systems anymore. The civil rights movement killed the racist system. But it did not kill individual racists from joining the system. Now, how do you combat that? You join the system just as much as them. Every time there's a motherfucking cracker running for school board, there's a nigga running for school board. Every time we graduating a white cop, we graduating 2 black cops. Every time we graduating a fucking district attorney white, we graduating 2 black district attorneys. Every time we graduating a fucking white judge, we graduating a black judge. We'd rather be basketball players. If we put half the money into coding, STEM, and technology, time and energy that we put into our black males in sports, the whole world would have been changed. Can't nobody stop you from being a lawyer, a judge, a DA, a cop. But motherfucker, you ain't good enough to be a pro ball player. Low life shit. Everything we get is low life shit. And we celebrate low life shit. So that's why we quick to jump the gun. We looking. We looking. I don't have no low lives follow me. Low lights don't come on my lives. Low lights will follow me and troll me. But if you tell the truth, you more blessed than you ever been in the United States under Trump. We got more money than we ever had. We ain't had now war since Trump been in office. We ain't had now war. Trump sent them motherfuckers over here and fucked that nigga in Iran up. Barack gave the nigga $900 billion to negotiate with him. Trump went over there and killed that motherfucker. We ain't had now war. Your businesses is blooming. Black people talking about the stock market, buying stock on Facebook. Black people is trading in the goddamn Forex. Black people doing shit black folks ain't never talked about since Trump been in office. Once you turn the heat up on a nigga got to move. Don't nothing make a nigga move like heat. And I love it. Low life mindset. A low life mindset don't come from poverty. There was motherfuckers in poverty in the South that said, I'm not going to keep dealing with this. I'm going to do something different. The person that stayed was the motherfuckers that said, ain't that I can't, I ain't. Ain't that I can't, I ain't. I watched the movie Color Purple. I love that movie. And when Silly and when Mr. tried to fuck, what's that girl named Nettie? They knew it too. Sitting there talking. Silly had a low life mindset. They said, Mr. gonna try to fuck you for long. Because when they was at the daddy house, the daddy had fucked Silly. Then the daddy was trying to fuck Nettie. And the daddy said, I came over here because I couldn't keep him off me no longer. They had a plan. If you really watch the movie, motherfucking Silly said Nettie said we gonna run off. And I'm gonna teach you how to read. That's why she taught her how to read. She said, I'm gonna teach you how to read so we can goddamn run away because Mr. gonna want that pussy soon. When goddamn Nettie, Mr. tried to get that pussy and hit Nettie in the balls. Nettie hit him in the balls. Mr. told her she had to go. Mr. told her she had to go. Nettie said, no, I don't want to leave. What child? These women are children too now. What person is going to want to leave their home and sustenance She said, me and you will never part and let her sister leave. Celie didn't want to leave. And it took Suge Avery to convince Celie into leaving 40 years later. She didn't want to leave. For whatever reason she had been told, she was black, ugly, dark, whatever. She didn't want to leave. Some folks don't want to leave the South, and some folks don't want to leave Flint, Michigan, where the water is dirty. Some folks don't want to leave Flint, Michigan, where the water is dirty. You can't make them folks want to go to clean water. Some folks don't want to leave the guns and the violence. It ain't that they can't leave, they ain't gonna leave. Some folks are used to a certain level of life. Some folks is used to cussing. I've never cursed at a police, a teacher, I see my boy Q-Dog, Quincy Harris on here. We went to Warren County High School. First of all our teachers was older black women mostly, and some older women. You cuss one of them teachers out, one of their sons will come beat your goddamn ass, because they got kids 10 years older than you. I ain't never cussed no teacher out. I ain't never cussed no principal out. I ain't never cussed no fireman out. I ain't never cussed no cop out. I just ain't never done that. It's not in me. My mother trained me how to survive in America. There's a way to survive in America. And the damn show ain't putting the goddamn phone on the cops and start cussing the goddamn cops out. I'm black. If you try some shit like that with me, I'm gonna pop you upside your goddamn head. Hey, motherfucker, don't pull the goddamn phone on me before I say something. Like you said, this sister said, I seen an interview with the guy whose family died from gun violence. They asked him why he don't want to leave. He said because they can't run him out of his hood. He love it. He love it. Certain things are easier. And when a motherfucker done got used to conditions that the world talks about on the news, lowlife. And that's what I'm gonna describe as a lowlife. When motherfuckers has gotten comfortable and used to conditions that they talk about on the news. It's the gun violence, and there's so much gun violence over here and killing and shooting. Lowlife. Water dirty. Lowlife. Oh, her boyfriend dope butt. Lowlife. He assaulting bitches. Lowlife. Ain't that what everybody do, tell their story? That's what the news is doing for the cops. The cops just shot a nigga. That motherfucker was a lowlife. That's what they doing. When you hear it, somebody got shot. Little boy got shot last night. Oh, that's fucked up. Where at? Oh, in the projects, 4 in the morning. Instant sadness, go away. Low life. Don't care how old he is. Man, little boy got shot, man. Where at, man? Little boy was at the stop sign, man. Fucking 3 in the evening. Now we sad. Now we sad. The motherfucker got shot 4 a.m. on the corner of the projects. We ain't sad. We ain't sad, Jack. We not sad. We got to stop jumping the gun on these fucking lowlives so quick, man. We'll jump the gun on a low life. Anything could be happening. Anything could be happening. These motherfuckers been watching Breonna Taylor and her boyfriend for 2 years. We like Breonna Taylor. Now, don't get me wrong. Nobody deserves to die. But we tell a narrative so fast, it make us look crazy. The world be looking at us like we crazy. And I be saying, I wish I could do this right here. Ho, niggas. I wish I could reach my arms out like this, Lynn. Look. Ho, niggas. We just wait 2 days, goddammit. Wait 2 days, man. Can we wait 2 days? Nah, nigga, grab your nuts. Run down out now. I was just like, nigga, if you can wait 2 days, you're gonna see this some low life shit, man. Black people, no matter what you think, no matter what you think, this is the 100% truth. And this is what makes us mad. The way black males and white males are viewed are totally different. A white male cop can see a white boy with a gun. He won't even pull his gun out. Hold on, white boy, you're white. You're white. That's just it. You're white. I don't want to kill you. Matter of fact, I might even let you kill me. I ain't even pull my gun out on you. When a cop sees a black man looking like he going for a gun, he gets scared. He sees a different fucking thing. He sees a different thing. And black people, you know your grandma told you you got to be 2 times as better to get half as far as them white folks. Why we keep forgetting this shit, man? These niggas out here really think America is better. They dog America, but they want America to do the shit America ain't never done. They dog America, but they think America is good enough to hire black coaches. Hey, it's white teams, man. They hiring white coaches. If you get one black, it's called a token, man. That's what it is, man. It's white NFL teams. They hiring all white coaches. If you get one black, it's called a token. It's always been like that. What the fuck make you think you can tell when to let Kaepernick play and what coach to hire? What America do you think you in now? God damn. I told you we got a double consciousness as black people. We said, what America you think you in, motherfucker? A nigga will come out his mouth 1 minute and say, the police was created to catch slaves. And then say, I want the police to be fair. Oh my Jesus. The police, hey man, you know the police was created to catch slaves? I want the police to be fair. I'm gonna march until they get fair. I'm gonna vote the police in being fair. I'm gonna just keep voting and the police gonna be fair. What world are we in, man? I expect them motherfuckers to be just as worse as they always been. I expect these motherfucking crackers to be as worse or worse than they always fucking been. I'll give you a perfect example. And I was talking to this white neighbor of mine, and I stopped and asked him, and we was talking, I was coming, I fell this morning walking, and he helped me up, and I just struck a conversation with him. And it's and I'm gonna be real with you so you can understand the dynamics. My neighborhood is a pretty big neighborhood, But what happened was this one developer was supposed to develop all the homes in the neighborhood, but they didn't. So the further out of the neighborhood you get, another developer took over. So the houses get a little bit bigger. Then the further in the neighborhood you get, the houses get big, because another developer took over. I live when you first get in the neighborhood. I live in some of the smallest houses in my development. And the white people are starting to move into my neighborhood, but they further into the neighborhood, and they buying up all the biggest houses in the neighborhood. So, I'm walking, I'm deep into the neighborhood, and I fell. The guy come up, help me out. And he said, yeah, I'm in the neighborhood, I'm new to the neighborhood, this, that, and the other, yada, 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 blah, blah, blam, 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 blam. And how long you been here? And I'm telling him how long I've been here. And he says, a lot of white people moving in, huh? I said, yeah, I mean, how would you know that? You said you only been here 2 months. So I'm talking to him real. He said, well, I did my research in the neighborhood, and then I'm talking to a lot of my neighbors are white. I said, yeah, because a lot of the white people bought the houses on the deeper end of the neighborhood. And so we got to talking. I said, man, you know what? I haven't felt the smallest inkling to come up here in this neighborhood and spray cracker on your door. Or get out of my neighborhood, white person. Or fuck you, cracker. I ain't thought about them goddamn crackers moving in. I asked him, I said, why do you think white people feel an inkling to feel bad or hurt or commit violence when somebody black moves into his neighborhood? He turned red. He said, oh man, he said, I just came to help you up. He was like, that's the last thing I expect us to end up talking about. I said, for real though. And he thought about it for a minute. And he said, man, to be honest with you, man, I know I'm going to shoot straight from the hip with you because you seem like a cool guy. He said, I just think we more than y'all and y'all less than us. I said, explain. He said he's looked down upon by white folks for having to move to the higher end of the black neighborhood. You hear that shit, nigga? This cracker told me his mother helped him with the down payment on the house. And his mama said, why you got to move into the higher end of the black neighborhood? Why don't you move into the smaller end of the white neighborhood? And when he said that, it just hit me to the core. Them crackers think they better than you. Yeah. And that's what they believe. And that's how they gonna act. Forever.
Law of attraction.
And guess what? You think you better than them project folks. Me and my wife was talking this morning. My wife pretty much go to school, come home, blah, blah, blah. And she went to the liquor store for me the other day. And there was her first time really out and about in the community. They moved the liquor store into the Wellens Village. And she said, when I went down there to the liquor store, and I knew exactly, I said, looked like a war zone though. She said, yeah, but it's not a war zone. It was just black people in our daily looking like low-life trash. What do you mean, Jamar? I'm black. I'm a black man. I grew up in a house with no bathroom, no running water. I done been around the hood, been in the hood. I know what the hood looked like. But riding to Wellens Village looked like a fucking third world country. You ever been to Jamaica or Haiti or somewhere and you see the black folks and the stores look dilapidated and you see black folks with no shoes on and you just be like, ugh. That's how black folks starting to look now. And I know y'all know what I mean. I want you to understand me. Do black folks in the hood, the further you remove from it and the more you try to get your life together, and the further, look, yes or no, do black folks in the hood, and the only way I can say it, look like a third world depressed country? That's that low life mindset. It ain't poverty. It's the fuck you looking at. It's the yo nigga. Motherfucker. It's the lack of anybody. What Chris said, explain vibration on people. It's not what they say, it's how they walking around feeling. They know they low. They know they low lives. They know it. It's like just going in the chicken wing spot. You feel like you're in a third world country. Hey, bro, you got $1? Hey, bro, you got $1? Hey, man, yelling, screaming, police siren. It looked like some, man, I don't give a fuck about them people no more, man. Do y'all know what I mean? It's like a fuck, and this North Carolina, man. Raleigh-Durham is like voted like one of the top places in the nation to live for black people. But as you go out into the world in your daily day, until you go to the hood store to get a cigarillo or to go to the liquor store, or until you ride through that shit, you really look up and you be like, yo, I'm black and I'm from this type of shit. And these motherfuckers look like a third world country, and I don't feel safe, and I'm ready to get the fuck away from here. And I'm from this fucking neighborhood. Am I lying? Am I lying? I go home to the town I grew up in sometimes. The town I grew up in. The town that I grew up in, the place I cashed my check at the convenience store, Willoughby's, the heart and soul of my life, of my existence. I go home and I be like, man, this shit look like Jamaica. This shit look like Haiti. This look like Shantytown, Brickstown. The way we standing around looking, just the fucking low lifeness on our face, and not because we can't, I ain't. Waiting for a negative response. Waiting. And they know you when you ain't supposed to be there because they ask you for something. Because they know if you was from there, you wouldn't be speaking. Everywhere I go like that, when I say, how you doing? Hey, bro, can I have $1? Can I have $1? Hey, bro, you want your dick sucked? Hey, I'm selling pussy. La, 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 la. They know good and goddamn well if you speaking, walking regular, smiling, you ain't from around there. And I'm sick of these little pockets of the world. I'm sick of these little pockets in the world. I'm sick of these little things they doing. I could come home. I used to go out to the club. I might could come home from the club and have to ride through a neighborhood like that. And it's goddamn, I'm leaving the club. I done stopped. I done left the club at 2:30. I done went and got something to eat. It's 4:30 in the goddamn morning. I gotta go through that part of town and motherfuckers is out 4:30 in the morning. That bitch lit. 4:30 a.m. that motherfucker lit and there's 2 cops arrested. What's happening? It's 4:30 a.m. goddamn. That motherfucker's lit. Now we can't shift the atmosphere, KJ Staten. That's the problem with us. We don't need to worry about them no more. This is who the Democrats prey upon. The Democrats have done this forever. The Democrats prey on our, as grandma used to say, your heartstrings. The Democrats said, we want to help them folks. We want to stop gentrification, housing, fair housing, less police brutality, prison reform, poverty in the schools. We want to help them folks. But them the motherfuckers that created them folks. And that's what they do because we need to feel better than somebody. We need to feel better than somebody. Democrats said police brutality, children, all that low-life shit the Democrats name, we look up. We don't deal with that shit. We be like, yeah. Because we need to feel like we are helping them by feeling for them. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm going to help you a different way. I'm going to try my best to goddamn avoid you. I'm going to let you down the fucking vine. Because there ain't no helping, man. Once that low-life mentality then kicked in, I'm talking to this brother. His name Akhenaten Hotep Rama Israelite. This man's supposed to be so intelligent. I said, brother, we need more black police officers, more black judges, district attorneys, more black magistrates. He said, man, you sound like a fucking Herschel Walker. I said, wow, this guy's intelligent with a college degree, and he didn't call me Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, first of all, you didn't call me Herschel Walker. You didn't call me one of the best college football players ever. You didn't call me a man that made money off football. You called me a Herschel Walker because Herschel Walker said Donald Trump ain't such a bad guy. Now this motherfucker called me a Herschel Walker. That hurts my heart, man. I work in urban planning. I'm usually the only person calling in the room. Exactly. Because urban planning is about getting them fucking niggas out of there, man. We're gonna let a few niggas stay behind. We're gonna put a couple of these apartments on the back end, on the nigga end, facing the brick wall where that ain't got a view that we know 4 nigga families can afford to stay in. For the rest of the part, we're gonna keep this shit for us. It's over, KJ Staten. KJ Staten, it's over, bruh. You just said it. I work in urban planning, and I'm usually the only person of color in the room. So that means who they planning it for? You already know it's over, brother. It's over. You ever got to the point where you got too far gone? There's a point where you've gotten too far. See, y'all keep thinking something. Listen, man. There is a point of too far goneness. There is a point of too far goneness. Do y'all believe me? They want to save your leg. The Bible says, for it is better to cut the hand off and let the hand rot into obscurity than to leave the hand on the body and the whole body perish in hell. See, when you got diabetes, man, or cancer or something, sometimes they got to take that breast. Sometimes they got to take that foot. Sometimes they got to take that leg. It's beyond keeping. I remember when my grandma was young, when my grandma got her foot cut off. And my grandma used to joke. She said, I ain't got no foot. You're going to have to roll me around with no foot. Then they got up and cut a foot off and realized they had to cut a goddamn up to a knee off. Some stuff is too far gone. See, white folks let the government intervene on them. Crack, methadone, all them drugs. White folks just sat back and said, look, we ain't saving no junkies. Now the government got methadone clinics to help them. White folks ain't down at the methadone clinic killing each other over spots in line, though. We say some of the dumbest shit. It ain't enough roles for black people in Hollywood. Where's white folks making the movies? You know, if I'm finna make a movie about Ray Charles, I'm just not gonna cast no white Ray Charles just because it's acting. We want our number one enemy, who has killed, pillaged, stolen, destroyed from us since the inception of meeting us, who has figured out ways to profiteer off us forever. We want him to say, hey, look, do y'all understand supply and demand in just anything? The man that kicked your ass and oppressed you is not going to share with you. That's anti-survival. The man that kicked your ass and oppressed you is not going to start sharing with you. For what? He'll keep his foot on your neck if he could. I appreciate y'all, fam.